Good morning. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Virtual Veg Fest Yoga with Global Breath Studios. And Allie is with us, and she's going to be starting us off. So, thank you so much. And I'm sorry that I'm in a hotel room, but that's where I am, and I'm trying to hide Stephen. So, first, let's thank Orgain for sponsoring Virtual Veg Fest Live, and thank you to Global Breath Studios for having everyone come and do this with us. It's morning, so I'm just woke up, so let's just like with that. But this is the first one every Monday at 8 a.m. till 8:30 a.m. You've got yoga. Wake up in yoga. Start your week that way. End your week that way. Whatever you want to do, this will be replayed whenever you want. It's on YouTube. It's streamed to a whole bunch of places. Remember to enter our contest at virtualvegfest.com. But most importantly, wake up in yoga and start your week. And I'm just going to throw it at Allie, and I'm going to.
Thank you, Helene. All right. I think Helene was muted for a minute there, but hi, everyone. Good morning. Thank you, Helene, for such a wonderful introduction and such an enthusiastic introduction on a Monday morning. It's so nice to be with you all today, and I'm so glad to wake up in yoga with you. As Helene said, my name is Allie. I use she, her pronouns. I am currently on the ancestral lands of the Eno, Tuscarora, Shikori, and Lumbee, also known as Durham, North Carolina, currently. This morning, with the Wake Up in Yoga class, we're going to stay close to the ground, find a little bit of stretch and movement, and really try to open up the side body and get some twists in. So I hope you enjoy it. I know this always helps me wake up a little bit, and hopefully it will do the same for you. Feel free to use the chat feature if you'd like. You could drop in maybe how you're feeling this morning, or maybe think about your intention for the practice today, whether it's just being present, whether it's being to wake up, to find calm, whatever it is. Feel free to drop it in the chat or not. I can't check the chat now, but I can look at it after we finish the sequence and see what y'all have said. So with that, I think we'll just jump into it for the next 20 minutes or so, have a chance to move and breathe together. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat. Maybe legs are crossed, sit bones rooted into the earth. You could maybe move the fleshy part of the bum to the side so you can really find some grounding here. Hands can drop to the knees. Crown of the head reaches tall. Eyes closed or a soft gaze. Find length in the spine here as your head reaches towards the sky. Begin to drop into this present moment, finding your breath, connecting to that more subtle movement that's happening all the time, even when our whole body is not moving around. There's always breathing and that movement in the stillness. On your inhale, sweep the arms out to the side and all the way up towards the sky, reaching tall, finding a nice stretch to start the day. And on your next exhale, twist to the right, dropping the left hand to the right knee and the right hand behind us so the arm is like a second spine. And then maybe your gaze can come towards the back shoulder. Finding a nice twist here, keeping it gentle since it maybe is the first twist of the day. And inhale, lift a little bit taller. And exhale, maybe just a little bit more over the right shoulder. Inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, reach the arms tall overhead again. And on an exhale, drop hands to the left side, finding a twist on the left. Right hand meets left knee. Left hand behind us and gaze out over the left shoulder. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist a little more. Finding that space between the vertebrae. And a nice twist. Inhale and exhale. And then inhale, reach the arms up overhead again. And on an exhale, drop the arms in front of us and we'll tip forward into tabletop position. So now we're in tabletop, rooting all 5 fingers into the earth. The knees and the tops of the feet are also rooted into the earth. Finding some stability here. And we'll find some cat-cows. So on an inhale, we lift the gaze up towards the sky and the tailbone towards the sky, belly drops. And on an exhale, gaze comes towards the heart, tailbone drops towards the earth. Inhale, gaze to sky, belly drops. And exhale, gaze comes into heart, tailbone drops, spine rounds. Inhale, gaze up, this is cow. And exhale, eyes to heart, this is cat. Inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. Go ahead and take a few more cycles at your own pace. Maybe it's a little faster, maybe it's a little bit slower than I'm going. Just follow your breath. Then from here, feel free to find any sort of more natural movements. You don't have to stick on that single plane of cat-cow, but move around in circles, maybe around your hips or your wrists. Maybe you're moving forwards and backwards, bum to heels. Maybe a C curve on either side of the body. Just listen to your own body and what it needs, what you need. Ultimately, you're your best teacher. I'm here offering some guidance and some options, but you know your body best. Just listen to that. Make any adjustments you need this practice, or just do whatever you want and we can share space together. Whatever that is, listen to you. All right. So then we'll root our hands again into the earth, tuck the toes, and then lift the tailbone towards the sky, letting heels drop towards the earth. Tailbone reaches up and back towards the heels. Root into the palms, find a long line of energy between the wrists and the tailbone, and let the head drop. Maybe your head looks side to side. Your shoulders come away from the ears. This is down dog. On the next inhale, your right heel comes up towards the sky. And then we'll tuck the knee in towards the nose and step it forward on the mat in between the 2 hands. And then we'll drop the left knee. I had forgotten to tell y'all at the beginning that you can grab any props that you need, but I hope you have something nearby if you'd like it to pad the knee. So I just use a blanket here. You are more than welcome to as well, but to pad the back knee. And then from here, bring your hands to the right knee, or you can lift the arms up overhead, stretching tall again. Maybe finding some stretch. For me, it's in the front of the left leg. And then if you'd like to, if you have space, your pelvis can kind of tip forward towards your front knee, right knee over right ankle. And then maybe cactus your arms to open up the heart. Inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach overhead. On an exhale, drop the hands to frame the right foot. And then we'll walk the hands back on the right leg towards the knee, lifting the right toes and letting the pelvis come over the left knee. This is half splits, and we can reach the chest towards the front of the mat or around the back and let the nose come towards the knee. Either way is fine. We're looking for the nice stretch in the back of the right leg. Inhale and exhale. We'll come forward again, bending the right knee. And then bring attention to the left toes. And we'll turn the toes to the right side of the mat. So if we're on a clock, if we're looking at a clock, we're turning from 6 o'clock to 3 o'clock with the left toes. And then from here, bring the right forearm to right knee and rainbow the left arm up overhead, finding a T position with the two arms. And we're in like a low warrior two here. Gazes out over the front middle finger. Finding strength and stability here in this warrior two. Crown of the neck is tall. Shoulders drop away from the ears. And then we'll drop the left hand towards the ground, straightening the right leg a little bit and letting the toes turn towards the side of the mat, and then reaching the right arm up towards the sky, or maybe bringing the right hand, right arm to frame the face. So the upper arm is along the right ear. Reach long here, rooting into the right foot and reaching the right hand away from the toes. Finding stretch in your side body. Open up and find space here, maybe between the ribs or in the pelvis, hips area. Inhale and exhale. And then drop the right hand down onto the mat and walk the hands up towards the front of the mat, towards the right foot. And we'll bring the hands to the inside of the right foot this time. And then maybe lift your back foot. Your back knee. And then we can reach our right hand up towards the sky. We're finding a nice twist here. Right fingertips stretching tall, rooting into the left hand and into both feet. Inhale. On exhale, drop the right hand down on the inside of the right foot. Maybe this time you keep the knee down on the ground for lizard pose. We can wiggle the right foot out towards the side of the mat. And then in lizard, you can stay up on the hands. Or if you have a little bit more space, you can maybe come down if you have a block or a book or anything like that, a blanket. You can maybe come down onto your forearms, only if you have more space. And then maybe you can bring your forearms all the way down to the mat. I'll stay up on my hands. Chest shines forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then we'll tuck our back toes. Move our right foot to the back of the mat to meet the left. And stay here in plank for 2 breaths. And then if it's in your practice, you can lower straight into chaturanga or drop your knees, drop your chest and your chin to the mat, tailbone high. Then point the toes like a long tail and slide forward into cobra. Maybe you have a low cobra here. Maybe you have a little more space and can lift into a higher cobra. And then we'll drop belly to earth, and shift back into a quick child's pose, stretching arms out long away from the tailbone, and then going up into tabletop position again. Rooting hands into the earth, tucking the toes, and lifting back up into down dog. We'll go on to the other side. So lift the left heel towards the sky. Tuck the left knee in towards the nose, and then drop the left foot between the hands. Then we'll drop our right knee to the mat, maybe onto a blanket or something soft. And then from here, bring the hands to the left knee, or maybe reaching tall overhead. Finding that length in the spine, arms, maybe gaze is looking forward or up towards the fingertips. Maybe pelvis is reaching a little bit forward. Left knee over left ankle. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, maybe cactus arms. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, and cactus arms. Inhale, arms overhead. And on an exhale, drop the hands to frame the left foot. Walk the hands back on the leg. And then lift the left toes and find your half splits here. Finding that stretch in the back of the left leg. Chest can be forward or nose towards the knee. Finding your breath here in this half split. Breathing into anywhere that's tight or that needs some fresh energy. And then walk the hands forward on the mat, letting the toe drop back to the mat. Bring your attention to your right toes. And then we'll turn the right toes towards the left side of the mat. So if we're looking at a clock, we're going this time from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Then bring the left forearm to the left knee and sweep the right arm up overhead, finding our low warrior 2 here. Gaze is out over the left middle fingers. Shoulders drop away from the ears. Find your stability, find your strength in warrior 2. Ready for anything that the day has in store for us. And then we'll drop the right hand towards the back of the mat, straighten the front leg, and then reach the left arm up towards the sky, or to frame the face, reaching away from the left toes, but still rooting into the outside of the left foot on the mat. Finding that long line of energy on the left side. Finding space between the ribs. Maybe some space in the hips and the outside of the left leg. Inhale. And on an exhale, drop left hand towards the mat and walk the hands up towards the front of the mat to come to the inside of the left foot. Then maybe your knee is still on the mat, or maybe it's lifted a little bit, either way. And then root the right hand into the mat and lift the left fingertips towards the sky, reaching up, finding your twist. Reaching for all the opportunities that will come up today that we can receive and bring into our lives. And then let the left hand drop towards the earth and find our lizard pose. Again, it can be active with your back knee up, or your back knee can be on the earth. In lizard, maybe your left foot is out towards the left side of the mat. Make space for the hips. Be on your palms. Or maybe forearms on a block or on the ground. You're like a lizard gazing out at the horizon, looking for some insects. Inhale, exhale. And then bring the left toes to meet the right at the back of the mat. Again, find ourselves in plank here for 3, 2, 1. Then maybe straight into chaturanga or drop knees, chest and chin to the mat, tailbone up, point the toes, slide forward into cobra. Maybe you can go a little bit higher on this one or even into upward facing dog, stretching the low back, heart forward, and then let the belly and the chest drop towards the earth. And we'll push back into tabletop and then find another child's pose here. In this child's pose, your knees can be wide on the mat, or knees can be together, thighs together. Maybe your hands are even down by your sides if your thighs are together. Just noticing any differences between this child's pose and your first child's pose. Just coming back home to yourself, bringing the attention inward. From there, slowly sit up, giving yourself plenty of time. And then maybe dropping over onto your side to come down onto our backs for our final poses, laying on our back to round out the practice. So from our backs, we'll have knees towards the sky, root the feet into the earth, arms are down by our sides, fingertips towards the heels. And then slowly we'll lift the pelvis up towards the earth. Thighs are parallel to one another, coming up onto the backs of the shoulders. And then maybe if you have space, you can interlace the fingers under the tailbone, lifting the pelvis higher. Breathing here in this bridge pose. And then letting the tailbone drop towards the earth again. Hug knees into chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Maybe roll side to side a little bit. Massaging out the spine, the tailbone. And we'll move into our final twists. So bring your feet back to the earth. Knees are towards the sky. And then we'll wrap the right foot around the left leg. And then drop the knees over towards the left. Arms are out in a T. And gaze comes out over the right fingertips. Breathing into the twist. Massaging out the internal organs. Finding space in the right shoulder, right side of the hips, right side of the leg. And of course, that nice twist in the spine. And then we'll come back to neutral with knees towards the sky. Feet on the ground, and then we'll wrap the left leg around the right and drop the knees towards the right, letting the gaze come out over the left fingertips as much as you can. If that's not possible, it's totally fine. Again, finding that beautiful twist. Bringing out the body and finding some space to fill back up with clean, fresh energy for this week. Inhaling and exhale. Then come back to neutral again, knees towards the sky, feet on the earth. And then here you can take any last pose that you need. Maybe it's a happy baby, which is what I like to do to end the practice. Maybe it's anything else you have in your practice. If it's happy baby, you can grab the big toes or grab the feet on the outsides or insides. Maybe bring knees up towards your shoulders, towards your underarms, and then reach the bottoms of the feet towards the ceiling. Roll around side to side, just finding that spirit and lightness of the innocent, happy baby, making sure that we can tap into that in our own lives when we need to and want to. And then when you feel done in happy baby, you can reach the feet long on the mat, and we'll find our Shavasana here to end the practice. So letting the feet come wide, toes drop out wide, hands are by your side, maybe palms are up. I'm just going to come seated so I can speak, but y'all stay in Shavasana. And then find all the areas where your body is contacting the earth. Your heels, calves, bum, back of your hands, maybe parts of your back and your shoulders, back of your head. Finding the ground beneath you, holding you up, and letting all those parts of the body just relax. Allowing all the twisting and opening that we did this morning just sink in. Feeling that space and calmness that you can take throughout your day. From here, maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes, maybe reaching the arms long overhead, away from the feet. And then from there, tucking the knees and the elbows in, and then rolling to one side. Everything nice and slow, giving yourself plenty of time. Maybe your head rests on your upper arm. And from there, with your head coming last, very slowly push yourself back up into a seated position. Maybe finding a cross-legged position again. Hands on the knees. Coming back to the breath. The eyes are still closed or gaze soft. Just feeling the breath and knowing that it's there for you, and that really we need it throughout the day. But it's always there for you to come back to. Find that calm within yourself. So I'd like to end practice with the sound of Om, which is the universal vibration connecting all beings, including all of us, to one another. You are completely welcome to join in Om. If you don't feel comfortable, that's also fine. If you'd like to join me, exhale all the air out. Inhale. Thank you so much for sharing this Monday morning with me and with everyone in this community. It's been wonderful to be with y'all, to move with y'all, to breathe with y'all. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this practice. I'll scoot forward here so I can see. My hair got a little messy during that practice, I guess. So I can see anything in the chat if anyone wants to leave comments. Oh, I saw we had someone from Malaysia. That's wonderful. Hi, Aries. If anyone wants to leave anything in the chat, feel free. Maybe how you're feeling right now, or any intention that you have for the rest of the day or for the week. And if you don't want to chat that also, that's fine. Just think on that for yourself. I will be here again next Monday. Thanks for those really nice comments, everyone. It was so great to be with y'all. So yeah, I'll be here again next Monday at 8 a.m. And then like Helene said, you can watch these videos anytime. So feel free to return to that. And thank you again to VegFest, to Global Breath, and to Orgain for allowing us to be here together. With that, I say thank you to y'all. Have a great week.